I'm Becca, your tiny urban soap maker here in South Texas, and I'm going to be talking silicone molds. Why am I talking about silicone molds today? Is because I have a specific mold that I've always had trouble with when I'm unmolding it. I was unmolding the Bamboo Today fragrance oil that I did, and it's a mermaid one. And so this mold here, I made the soap the other day, let it set up overnight for 24 hours, and then I stuck them in our deep freezer for about 4 hours or so. I'll stamp the back, and then there's a specific way I'm unmolding them because this Little Mermaid one I always have trouble with, and I figured out how to unmold it without having problems. And I figured I'd share this quick tip because I know I'm not the only one that's had problems with this mold. So I'm just letting them thaw out a little bit. I'm trying not to peel them back too soon after they've been in the freezer like that, really solid frozen. So about 5 or so minutes as it's starting to sweat. I've just got like this little cloth. You know, you can use a towel. This really soft one here from like Walmart for cars works out really good too. That way I don't get any kind of weird impressions. So specifically laying it down, trying to make sure I put my hands on it to really kind of release it being frozen to it. It's a very detailed mold, so that's what I do. Is I try to make sure I warm it up a little bit, let it sweat, and then specifically, I'm going to bring it really close. I peel it from one side. This is the side where her arm is sticking out, and I'll show you after I peel it back. Peel it up. I separate it, pull it, and push. Now, she is such a pretty little mermaid. Her arm is very skinny. I'll have to fix up a little bit of soap dough to fill in that little gap there. But normally her whole arm snaps off or her hand snaps off, and I'm left trying to reconstruct it with soap dough. And it's quite time consuming. But I realized that you can't unmold it this way. You can't unmold it this way. It has to be the corner where her hand is. You have to peel up and then push from that specific side. If you try to unmold it any other way than this way, you're going to have her hand snapping off and breaking off, or her arm snapping off and breaking off. And it's really, you know, heartbreaking because it's a beautiful little mermaid mold and you spend time making soap and then you have to spend time fixing it. And I haven't had time to get our Dremel out of the garage because I think if I drill this out a little bit more, it won't have those issues. But there she is. This is fresh bamboo. This was a really tough fragrance kind of to work for me. It did some ricing on me, and some of my mermaids didn't come out quite as well as I thought, but these are coming out really nicely. I made sure I did full water. I stamped it with the bamboo on the back. This is a custom order for someone, so I really want to make sure that every single mermaid looks good for their party. So I'm having to make extra mermaids because I don't want to give her any that. I don't mind selling the ones with the soap dough that I've resculpted for a little less locally, but when I do it for somebody, I want to make sure that they get what they're paying for, a quality soap that looks beautiful every single time. And someone isn't like, well, mine doesn't look as good as hers, or, you know, I just want it to look nice. I want every single one to come out looking nice. Now, some of them, see, just having problems with this mold. Didn't quite get maybe enough soap dough in her little hand. That's why you try to make sure it's a thin enough batter, tap it in. So I'll have to fix up some of these, but I'm having to make quite a few extra of these until we can find the Dremel to drill these out a little bit and maybe not have that problem with this mold. It's a really cute mold. AliExpress, eBay, Amazon, even Etsy, they all sell this mold. I call it the Ariel mold because it reminds me of the Little Mermaid. And that's pretty much it, my quick tip for this one. As you can see, a few didn't quite come out good, but out of the 6 that came out of this batch, all 5 look probably perfect. And I'll fix one up for people locally because the kids love the mermaid ones here, and the kids don't mind if it has soap dough and I've reshaped it and stuff like that. They can't tell. But whenever it's like a custom order, I try to make sure everything looks spot on. And that way, you know, people are really happy with what they ordered. So I hope this helps somebody out with their mold. Don't toss it. I was ready to just stop using this one, and I kind of hopefully will get my Dremel so I can show you the difference between what it's been like now versus when we tried to drill it out a little bit more. So my husband's going to be looking for that as the cooler weather comes. It's just too hot outside. Way too hot. That's it. Thanks for stopping in at Becca's by the Bay. As always, check out what's on the channel. There's lots of different things that we have going on with the garden, or gluten-free, or recipes, or health things and stuff like that. You can check out what's in the shop at Becca's by the Bay on Etsy. And we've got lots of awesome things in the shop. I'm going to have some really cool things coming out for fall, and I can't wait to get it done. I'm just trying to get caught back up on restocking everything and finishing all my custom orders. And then I'll have some more playtime to do some more videos of what I've had in mind for quite some time, and I've been planning for months, but just haven't had time to get to it. So lots of work to do today, and I'm going to get back to it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope this helped you. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below if you have this mold and you've worked with it and you've had issues and you're like, no, I don't want to use it anymore. Try putting it in the freezer, deep freezer, and peeling it up from the side where her arm is only first. You peel it up like I showed you that way and then push it through. And you should have a much better rate of getting the mermaids out without any problems. Thanks, y'all. See you guys next time.